Hey everybody, Kevin Machado here. I've got your monthly market update as we're heading into this summer and enjoying this beautiful weather. I don't know if you're living here in town, if you're living in Edmonton, St. Albert, but we've been having some very nice weather for us in that mid-30s, actually a little bit hot. If you don't have an air conditioner, you're probably not really appreciating the heat and getting outside, but being from Edmonton, where we ride around on polar bears and live in igloos that some people think, this is wonderful weather and we're never going to complain about warm weather, I guess unless you don't have an air conditioner. And if you need an air conditioner, I know a great person I can recommend for you. Now, this summer, what's been going on with our market? Summertime, it starts to trickle off a little bit here when we get some of our sales. And what we're going to do is we're going to look back at our numbers for June in Edmonton, and then we'll even do some numbers, deep dive June for St. Albert. And we'll look at some of the key factors to help us give an idea of where things are going as we move forward into the market. We're heading into summer. This is probably going to be a little bit of like a flatter, mellower time as people are going out to the lakes and they're going out to enjoy outside and less looking at properties. And then we'll probably see things pick up again once we hit September, just after that first week of school is when we generally see things pick up again. But for our real estate market and looking at things, let's first take a look at Edmonton and how things are coming along there. So with Edmonton right now, we're looking back at last month's numbers. We can see that the inventory was sitting at just under 6,000 at 5,950. So that was the current inventory at the time. And the sales were at 2,847. So when we take those numbers, generally we divide them, gives us our months of inventory, how long it's going to take to gobble up the inventory with the current sales. That puts us at 2 months of inventory. So 2 months of inventory in Edmonton, that sets us right inside seller's market. Really, again, anything below that 4 months of inventory is generally going to be seller's market. Really, like the 3 months is really where you're going to start to see that. That 4 to 6 is going to be balanced. When you're getting above 6, you're really into a buyer's market. And this is, territory where sellers are going to be able to sell their homes. We see multiple offers still, but we're at a point where it's not like it hits the market and it's gone really fast. It still needs to be positioned well and done right. Now, when we're looking at homes in Edmonton, the highest sale we saw this past month was for $2.37 million for a detached home. And we even saw a semi-detached home, a half duplex, sell at $1.44 million. So really interesting. And then even an apartment style condo sell at $975,000. So we're seeing some of these high-end properties beginning to sell and transact. And then as we get into a little bit more of the details here, when we're looking at our days on market for how long it's taking generally for homes to sell, it's taking about 29 days. That is for homes that are on the market and they're listed. And within that contract, they sell. Last year was 40, this year 29. That doesn't take into account homes that are listed and they come off the market and they don't ever sell. So generally this number, we're going to have to push a few days, 5 to 10 days on that, because we're not taking into account all the homes that go to the market and they don't sell. That doesn't take that into account. So just so you're always aware with days on market, it doesn't take into account those homes that didn't ever actually sell. And so even if we know that homes are selling, not all are getting listed, not all of them are going to sell, and people will just sit and expire. They will miss out on opportunity, not price it right, not have the right marketing, or just be in a really tough market and not end up selling it, and they'll take their homes off the market. So that doesn't take that into account. Now, looking at some of the pricing specifically to how property prices are going here in Edmonton, we look at the average detached single family home, and that is sitting at $539,000 for the average single family detached home here. And that is slightly down just 1%, just over 1% month over month, and up nearly 8%, 7.9% year over year. So again, we've been riding around that 6 to 8% year over year increase for the single family detached homes. Now, semi-detached, your semis, your half duplexes, those are sitting at $422,000. Those are up 2% month over month and up 10% year over year. So some big growth for that. Our row houses, our townhouses, those are sitting at an average price of $290,000, with going down just slightly 1.5% month over month, and then still up 12.7% year over year. So some increases there. And then even when we look at our apartment style condos, those are now sitting at $212,000, which is up 2.3% month over month and up 8.5% year over year. Finally, some good things for apartment style condos here in Edmonton. Now, that's our Edmonton statistics and our Edmonton numbers. Now, as we look at this community here in St. Albert as well, so which is just a suburb just north of Edmonton, basically the same thing. We're looking here and how are things looking there? So when we look at that market in St. Albert, we can see that the days on market for St. Albert were about 29. So again, very similar to Edmonton, the same there. The amount of sales, 126. Those are single family detached homes, 126 sales. And then when we take that and we take what's currently active. So this is not last month, but the actives of what's happening right now here in July. Currently active got 121. So that puts us at 0.9 months of inventory. So less inventory for those single family detached homes, a little bit more demand out here in St. Albert. And that's going to be reflective in our pricing with an average price of $583,000, which is up from the previous month at $569,000 and up from the year before at $534,000. So some increases there. Single family detached homes, that's where the strength of our market in Edmonton, St. Albert lies. And we can really see that playing out here. And then even when we're looking at St. Albert, the highest price sale was a home in Grandin actually for $1.1 million, a really cool house there. And the lowest price home was a teardown house in Braeside for $320,000. So those are our market numbers of how things are going. We know that this time of the summer, people are getting away and it starts to dip and slow down a little bit. So what we'll expect to see is the sales to taper off a little bit, listings to taper off here, and buyers to also taper off as they're getting out. Generally, we'll see things pick up here in August. I'll still see some activity. We've probably got another couple weeks here where it's going to stay strong, and then a couple weeks where it really quiets down right before school. And then after that first week of school, it ramps up again until the end of the year, until it gets really cold. So that's what we expect to see with our market. Again, a lot of people moving here from out of province, a lot of interest, a lot of people that are looking at making a move out here with either just themselves or families or groups of people, which is very interesting. So Alberta seems to continue to be the place to be. And hopefully if you need any advice or help or guidance, you can reach out to me. I'd be happy to chat with you, help point you in the right direction, show you some great properties, or even if you're looking at investing, there's some excellent opportunities that are out here for cash flowing properties, because we know it's hard to get cash flow from some of these other places, tough to get cash flowing properties. And so now you can get cash flow and you can get appreciation, which is a really nice benefit here. So if you got any questions, let me know. I'd love to chat with you a little bit more. Always feel free to send me a message and I'll do my best to get back to you as quick as I can. So thank you so much, my friends, for watching, and I'll talk to you again very soon. Bye-bye.